hundreds of years ago, huge ships sailed the oceans, carrying gold and treasures from faraway lands. Since the dawn of time, there have been those who would rather steal than earn a living. On land, they were called robbers and thieves. On the sea, they were called pirates. Stories of Blackbeard, Captain Kidd, Black Bart, and their lost treasures have fascinated readers for centuries. And the best loved of all pirate stories is Treasure Island. Now, prepare to embark on the greatest pirate adventure ever.
Hello, everyone.
Hey-ho, we'll go anywhere the wind is blowing. Boys, run, sail, and sail.
Sailing point, don't you on the big blue.
Raise the gangplank. Let go forward line. Let go aft line.
Mr. Arrow, just set the sails.
Set the sails!
Take a cruise, you said. Huh? See the world, you said. Now here we are stuck on the front of this stupid ship.
Well, it could be worse. We could be stuck in the audience.
No one's ever seen the Muppets do Treasure Island, which is going to be pretty weird.
I do believe that Robert Louis Stevenson actually wrote the captain of the ship as a frog. That's a little-known fact.
Join us as we travel to the four corners of the globe in search of a movie treasure in The Muppets Take to the High Seas, the making of Muppet Treasure Island.
This voyage has begun.
Making a classic pirate motion picture is as demanding as any high seas adventure. You must carefully follow a map and cautiously adhere to its route, or you will surely meet with disaster. In the beginning, there is always a classic story.
Squire, we were hoping to meet with your father. We need a ship for an ocean voyage.
Ocean? Ocean? Ocean?
You know, the ocean, the big blue wet thing.
Oh, the big blue wet thing! Yeah!
Muppet Treasure Island is a tale of young Jim Hawkins who sets out on a voyage to a tropical island in search of buried treasure.
Which one of you is Hawkins?
I am, sir.
I knew your father, Jim. He was a good man.
Thank you, sir. Now, he wants to go and explore the world like his father did and become a first mate, which is the next one down from the captain like his father was.
Wow!
Tom, Jerry's just a kid.
He's played by a guy named Kevin Bishop.
Yeah.
Who's a 15-year-old guy.
Yeah.
And,
Dude, like a dude.
He's like a dude.
Yeah.
Gonna be the next Brad Pitt, I'd like to add.
Yeah.
And we play his pals. We're gonna be dead.
A lad of 15 can hardly be expected to recover a buried treasure by himself. He's going to require help. That's why you need trustworthy mates.
Oh, this is just so cool. We play ourselves.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah, I play the great Gonzo, and
I play the
you
great
play
Rizzo.
Rizzo, yeah. Hurry, Rizzo!
I'm going as fast as I can.
Terrific. Captured by crazed wild pigs and sacrificed hideously before a pagan altar.
Are we lucky or what?
Well, I'm here in my costume that I wear for Muppet Treasure Island.
You've got Captain Smollett, who's Kermit the Frog.
It's not often that a frog gets to be a sea captain. You know, we're more associated with the swamp than the ocean. But it's great. You know, I'm kind of adapted for ocean living, you know, with my flippers and all.
Excuse me.
Pardon? I'm a frog. You know, slippery hands. We wanted to give Piggy a big role in this film, and so we gave her the part of Benjamina Gunn.
It didn't matter how small or how large the part was. Moi wanted to do it. Bonsoir, mes amis. Smalley, can it be you?
Old girlfriend.
You know, I'm beginning to see a pattern in the men I date.
Yeah, well, the past is behind us, and the future below us.
We are actually suspended upside down by Long John Silver, ready to plunge to our deaths in the ocean over a cliff, singing a beautiful love song.
So take my hand
And have no fear.
we'll be all right. Love, let us hear.
Moi's heart always belongs to Moi's frog.
I am not in any way involved with Miss Piggy outside of this film. We have a purely professional relationship.
No more Ms. Nice Guy.
Cool.
And then there are the folks at the inn, where Jim Hawkins' quest for the treasure begins.
Give me round! Round to the floor!
All right. Just once more.
Billy Bones is this drunk old pirate who's got this treasure map hidden away in his trunk upstairs.
Take the map! What map? The map to old Flint's treasure. Don't you understand what I've been telling you? I was Flinty's first mate. We all were blind, you and me.
And I die very early in the script. I die on page 13, so you have to come really early if you're going to see me.
We had a lot of fun with him playing a scene where he actually, well, let's just say, passes away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Twice.
And if that ain't a segue, I don't know what is.
Show the clip.
Captain Bones! He died? And this is supposed to be a kid's movie. Oh.
Jimmy, Jim.
Captain? We are standing in a room with a dead guy.
Mrs. Gloveridge is this horrible innkeeper, who the boys, Gonzo, Rizzo, and Jim work for.
We want a map, and we'll skewer anybody who gets in the way.
Quick, Jim, the back stairs.
Run! Get out of my inn, you tattooed miseries!
Suddenly you're in a Muppet movie. Suddenly it's like, you've made it.
Don't forget to come back tomorrow for our lunchtime special. Roast suckling. Potatoes.
A pirate movie wouldn't be complete without action, drama, and a bunch of bad guys.
I've got the lad's treasure map now. When the time is right, we'll kill them all.
That's what I said.
Kill them all!
I'm playing Long John Silver, who, as you know, has one leg.
Beware the one-legged man. He's the one to fear.
Long John Silver, at your service.
One leg, Jim. Count 'em one.
Tim is a wonderful actor. It was a pleasure to work with someone of his caliber.
I'm not going to be really patient about this, Benjamina. Where is the treasure?
I just may not tell you.
I get to actually have a sword fight with Tim Curry.
When they asked me to do this, I mean, I didn't really have a second's thought about it. I knew that it would be an awful lot of fun.
In Treasure Island, I would say, the three pirates are sort of, they are Muppet pirates.
Holy Lobster. Mad Monty.
Aye.
Clueless Morgan.
Huh? We're three thugs. We're like, kind of like the villains.
Now, tell us where the map is, or we'll tear you lip from lip.
Oh, no, I can't. Look at this! I'm taller. This is so cool. I may even have a future with the NBA.
This won't work. He liked it. Let's torture the rat.
Huh? No,
I'm bad, Polly, actually, and I kind of sit on Long John's shoulder. It's not funny. It's a good part.
You're not bad.
Allow me to introduce my pet lobster, Polly.
This poor lobster speaks like a parrot. He's a very, very confused individual.
Pieces of eight, pieces of eight.
This is my only number. Now take Sir Francis Drake. The Spanish all despise him. But to the British, he's a hero, and they idolize him. It's how you look at buccaneers that makes them bad or good. And I see us as members of a noble brotherhood.
Hey-ho-ho.
Oh, I love
on
it.
the road,
Tis poetry in
and
motion.
before we lose our tempers, we will always count to 10.
On occasion, there may be someone you have to execute.
But when you're a professional pirate,
You don't have to wear a suit.
But this is only the beginning of our quest. There is a broad expanse of ocean between this crew and buried treasure. So you must have a seaworthy ship.
Right behind me here, well, actually, you'll see the word, let me just duck here, Hispaniola. See, it says Hispaniola. That's the name of the ship.
We are using basically the same valve equipment and everything else that a flight simulator uses. We're down to a little baby electronic lever that you can do this with, and the boat does exactly the same thing.
It's a whole complicated technical process that I don't even pretend to understand.
If you're standing off balance, you can fall over because the ship will just suddenly be going, and it just does full rock and roll, which is just like storm rock and roll. It just goes all over the place. You know, you have to hold on and everything.
But no matter how big the boat, life aboard was hard on the crew. Disease, boredom, sickness, and...
I got cabin fever! I've got it too! Cabin fever!
I got cabin fever. It's burning in my brain.
I got the cabin fever. It's driving me insane.
We got cabin fever. We're flipping our bandanas. Been stuck at sea so long that we have simply gone bananas.
we got cabin fever. We lost what sense we had. We got cabin fever. We're all going mad.
There are very important people who keep our journey on its course. They are known as the filmmakers.
Brian Henson is the best director moi has ever worked with. For a human, anyway.
Who's he?
Who?
I don't know. He's Brian
Henson?
Brian Benson?
Is he on the crew?
Benson.
Benson?
What? Oh, Henson.
I think he's a lighting guy.
We decided, no, let's make a world where you believe they both cohabitate this world, and you believe that these humans grew up and lived around Muppets all of their lives. When actors work with the Muppets, it's important that they can react to and respond to the Muppets the same way that they would to another actor.
The puppeteers, when they have the puppet on their arm, will only talk to you as the character. It's a kind of discipline. And you just get so used to it.
So, guys who come to the front, Clueless and Monty, and guys, if anything, run in low so that when you get to the front, you can jump up.
We actually directed ourselves. He had nothing to do with us.
You know, I think what Treasure Island offers us is, first of all, the spectacle. I mean, we've never really tackled an action-adventure story. Treasure Island is a big, epic story to tell, and we're telling it with Muppets, of course. The Muppets works at all levels, and it's basically a family movie.
Feels like we're really doing it.
It feels like we're finally having an adventure.
Yeah, I'm starving. Where's the kitchen?
But none of this appears on the screen by itself. You need magicians to create the magic. They are the artists and craftspeople.
What I basically have to do is coordinate all the puppet building that's going on for the movie. The world of the characters is pretty wide open. I mean, there'll be people-y puppets, and there'll be animals, and there'll be creatures that maybe nobody will know what they are. And even the band of pirates on the ship is really a motley crew. I mean, we have a goat.
And he's just pretty slow and pretty stupid, I guess.
And a lobster and some dogs, and I mean, it's a little bit of everything. The builders, the artists here work on how it looks and how it works. It has to move well. It has to be able to have as much possibility for a range of expressions we can give it. The characters really pretty much have to stand on their own and be able to work essentially as a good character. The costuming and the props will do a lot to put it into the right period and make it appropriate.
Puppets have special needs. One, they can't pick up a really heavy prop. Often the props have to be rigged into their hands, either sewn or taped or sometimes on wires. I worked with a tinsmith who made small lanterns for me and cups in a puppet scale. And it ended up that these props were actually light enough that I can use them just as they are.
Sailing the 7 seas on a 5-year mission, boldly going where no man has gone before. Say, that's catchy.
Well, I think any Muppet project's more fun than your normal design project, because they're just such wacky guys, and they do wacky things, and there's always some weird element to it somewhere. The thing with the lead puppets is you quite often see them together, so I always have to consider the colors of what they're wearing in relation to each other. Fozzie Bear's completely wacky, and he's always very influenced by his skin color. He's gold. He's got a pink nose. So he looks very good in pink tones. And then Piggy, who's sort of, you know, pirate's girlfriend. Piggy's figure does change sometimes. She goes up and down like any woman.
Yes, he does. She did get a bigger dressing room. She has to. How would she fit in?
While I say I'm trying to create a, 18th century world here, there are a lot of things that come into this movie which are completely wacky. Our rats, for one, they think they're on a Treasure Island cruise. Rizzo the rat thought he'd make a little money on the side and chartered it to all these rats.
All right, folks, have your checks made out to Rat Tours Limited. Remember, we put the rat in Pirate. Oh, yeah, that's good. Oh, thank you, Mr. Plegman. Next!
There's another key element that makes the action epic, the adventure intense. No pirate movie is worth its sea salt without memorable music, a hummable score, and singable songs.
When the course is laid and the anchors weighed, a sailor's blood begins racing. With our hearts unbound and our flag unfurled,
we're underway and off to see the world.
Underway and off to see the world.
All the music in the film was written by two very special people to us, Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil, who've written just about every song you've ever heard in your whole life.
The humor of the Muppets is that it's a perfectly normal world. It's just completely insane, but to them it's normal. You can't look at it as something funny. You have to do it completely seriously. So that held over, I think, with the songs too. You have to kind of write them as if you're just writing for a character, a serious character, and the fact that it's a Muppet makes it funny.
Sailing for adventure on the big blue wet thing.
Sailing for adventure on the big blue wet thing.
Joining Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil is the Lion King's Academy Award-winning composer, Hans Zimmer.
To make the Muppet thing work, you have to surround it with reality. You know, for those characters to really come across as crazy, the more real and traditional I am in my scoring, the more they shine. You can just drop all pretensions and just become a kid and, have a good time.
Ready for adventure.
It's so nauseating.
Ready for adventure.
So exhilarating.
Ready for adventure.
We're exhilarated.
On the deep blue
As you near the end of your journey, the treasure is nearly in your grasp. But what is the treasure, you may ask? The treasure is a rollicking good time.
Shiver my timbers, shiver my soul. Yo-ho-ee-ho.
Whenever I'm not working, you know me well, I go straight back to the swamp, and that's where I hang out until the next thing comes along.
And they sailed their ship across the ocean blue, a bloodthirsty captain and a cutthroat crew.
It's the dark tale as was ever told of the lust for treasure and the love of gold.
Shiver my timbers, shiver my spine. Yo-ho-ee-ho. There are hungers as strong as the wind and tide. Yo-ho-ee-ho. Shiver my timbers, shiver my sails. Dead men tell no tale.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you aboard. Until next time.
Hey, do you mind? We're trying to do a documentary over here.
Doing an interview here. Do you mind? Thanks.
Hey.
Ciao.
Was it good coming back to work with the same co-stars as Christmas Carol?
Wait, why do you think I ever left? What do you think I got like a mom and pop business someplace? That's it. That's what I do.
Could you tell us about Miss Piggy and what part she's playing and what you have to do with her?
Miss Piggy? You want us to talk about Miss Piggy? She's a pig. What else do we say?
Last time there wasn't quite the sort of passion between the two of you that we've been looking for. Can we be looking for that this time?
Perhaps you've been looking for passion between Miss Piggy and I. I can't exactly say I've been looking for the same passion.
Can you work separately, or does this little piece of your heart always belong to him?
Moa's heart always belongs to Moa's frog. But if the deal is right, you never know.
Are there any of the actors in it as well? What about the real actors?
What?
Hey!
Real actors?
That's a slur to our people.
What do we look like, chopped liver?
Do you get to work with Tim Curry in this?
Have you ever tried Tim
He's
Curry?
great. Will you shut up? It's not something to eat.
It's a chicken dish.
And how about Brian Henson? You worked with him before.
Brian Henson. Oh, yeah. No, he's the guy who brings the food around every afternoon.
What about Brian Henson?
Oh, right. He has real long hair. I wish he would cut it. He's a nice boy.
Yeah.
You guys work really hard on the set here.
You're darn right.
Yeah.
You hear that, Brian?
We're working hard over here.
We're working.
It's been a couple of years since the Muppet Christmas Carol. What have you personally been up to in that time?
I'm doing a lot of reading, a lot of feminist reading.
Could you tell me what your what characters you're playing?
I did the part where I opened the door with the...
Sorry.
Open the door with the key.
With a key. Bless you. I'm sorry. Didn't I say?
Hiya, babe. Hollywood talk. I love it. They eat it up out there.
The following program contains certain scenes which may be too intense for young children. Parental discretion is advised.